What's up guys, welcome back to Capture by Shan 17, and today we're going to be unboxing the Galaxy Note 20. So huge thanks to Samsung South Africa for sending us the Note 25G, and yeah, let's unbox this thing. I have the Mystic Grey 256GB version, and yeah, let's get straight into the box. So nice, as usual, Samsung packaging is always quite nice and classy. This is quite a nice look. You got the nice little silver accent for the S Pen. Obviously, that's one of the main features with the Note and what separates it from most of its competition. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you open the box, you immediately greeted by the device, and it looks mighty nice if you ask me. So obviously this is the smaller version. You get the Note 20 Ultra, and yeah, I think this is probably what most people can be fine with, but let's put this aside and look at what else you get in the box. Obviously, unboxing experiences are changing drastically. If you look at what Apple has done with their latest iPhone 12s, not including the power brick. And yeah, you do get the power brick, and it is actually 25 watts, I think. So obviously when you're using a massive device like a Note, it's always good to have a USB-C to USB-C fast charger, but what's really nice is that they do include the brick. So let's put that aside over there. And then what else do you get? So you have your USB-C to USB-C, and what's nice is they supply you with headphones, and not just your typical cheapy kind of looking headphones. These are from AKG. Obviously AKG is one of the most well-recognized earphone companies in the world, and obviously they've had a partnership with Samsung for quite a while now, so this is quite nice to see. Obviously at this price point, the Note 20, you're looking at between 18 and 20 odd thousand rand, and in America you're looking at about, I've seen someone sell for $600, so you could label this as the iPhone 12 killer. But yeah, obviously nice to see that you're getting all those stuff included, and yeah, so that's what comes in the box. Let's put that to the side and then look straight into the device. So obviously Samsung's known for making their phones feel, probably one of the best feeling devices you can have in your hand, and this is no exception. And let's do a little peel here. So they don't actually have a cover. Do they have this comes with a screen protector already put on, which is quite nice. You usually see that from the lower end smartphones, because it's kind of like a value add, like buy my device and you get a screen protector and maybe a cover they include. But obviously Samsung including a screen protector is quite nice. They're obviously very well known for their displays. So yeah, let's power this device on. Okay, so device is powered on. Let's look at the fingerprint. So obviously big technology that's kind of been implemented over the past few years is having a in-display fingerprint sensor. So that's nice in a sense that it feels so futuristic. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day on Android especially, and on iPhone, where you would download the fingerprint scanner app, and how it would work is you press, the way it unlocks your phone is as long as you have to hold it quite long, and then it will scan 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then it will unlock. So this literally feels like a throwback, but it's actually the real deal this time, and not that janky little app that we used to use. So yeah, they obviously recommend some apps. So first thing, you're greeted by the screen, obviously 6.7 inch Super AMOLED Plus FHD Plus. So very nice. The one thing is that cutout does look rather big, and it could be a bit distracting. But it's one of those things. You get the Note 20 Ultra. And I suppose you get a smaller cutout there. So it's one way of kind of separating the two. But yeah, the phone feels unreal in the hand. I like the matte finish on the back. They do note that it is kind of a plastic variant versus the Note 20 Ultra, which is more along the general aspect of the phone. But yeah, let's put this down and just put some specs down. So what you have here is 6.7 inch FHD plus. You have 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, Gorilla Glass 5, and then the CPU. So obviously when you're in South Africa, you don't have the Snapdragon variant. You have the Exynos 990, and obviously that's something that Samsung's been working on. So that's nice to see included there. So front camera, you have a 10 megapixel, and then moving on to the back, the camera. So this is obviously quite a big part of the movement of phones, is to make it as appealing to everyone by making it a really good camera. And on the back, so you have a wide angle 12 megapixel 1.8 with optical image stabilization. Then you have a tele 64 megapixel f2, tele f2. That's really nice, a lot of light coming in there. And then you have an ultra wide 12 megapixel 2.2. So obviously with the inclusion of 3 cameras, this just allows them to, give the customer as much as they can give. And what it does, it actually then takes out of the, the usual DSLR and mirrorless camera market, because now I have 3 different cameras, 3 different focal lengths. So why would I need to bring a camera unless I'm a photography enthusiast? So again, Samsung have really done well with their cameras over the last few years, and they've really focused on improving it. But yeah, you get a dual nano SIM card. The battery is 4,300 milliamps, 4,300 milliamps. So, for this device, obviously the screen isn't as powerful as the Note 20 Ultra, so this battery should be more than sufficient. But obviously I will be putting it through its paces for the next couple of weeks before I have to give this back to Samsung. But yeah, as IP68 water resistant, so I think this phone is really well rounded. I think Samsung, obviously when they launch their products, it's obviously at their premium price point, but they're not scared to put their devices on sale. Quite easily say this could be a iPhone 12 killer, because you're literally getting high-end specs, and the one thing that makes this different from everything else is the S Pen. I haven't used this since the Galaxy Note 4, so it doesn't feel too different, because obviously you can't make too many adjustments, but the latency has improved from the previous generations, and obviously compared to what I last used, the Note 4, this is way better. But let's pull up some of the stuff so you can obviously take notes. Yes, I am left-handed, and yes, my handwriting is atrocious, but this makes it feel a bit fancier. So that's nice if you're a note taker. There's obviously some other options here. You can write on the screen, live messages, translate, pen up, and then obviously you can use this as a trigger for the camera. So a lot of options here. I think Samsung are really stepping up, and their high-end phones really just show you how serious they are with dominating the market. And obviously, if you look at my previous video on the Galaxy A31, they also have so much to offer from that perspective as well, on the cheaper side. So I think this is a really well-rounded phone. I'll definitely be giving my thoughts on various aspects of the phone and putting it through its paces. Just to note, when you download the phone, you get some of the key apps, or some of my favorite apps, already downloaded. Obviously, there's a huge integration with Dex and Microsoft. So that's why you get these, already loaded on. You have your Google suite and then your Samsung suite. I think it's really nice. I think this is definitely a device you're going to be keeping around with you for the next 2-3 years. You're not going to be buying the next, iteration of the Note if you're buying this, unless you just have the money and you can do whatever you want. But yeah, I think Samsung have they've just really stepped it up all around. Obviously, you have your SIM tray here, USB-C over here, 3 cameras on the back, power button and volume on the same side, so this side is completely clean. So yeah, overall first impressions, phone is really nice to handle. Again, coming from the A31, which is a big phone, and obviously here, if you look at the screen, I don't know if I like this shape. There's a bit of a chin, obviously, separating itself from the Note 20 Ultra, so something to consider here. But it's such a beautiful screen to look at that it kind of makes up for it. But again, the Note 20 Ultra is a better screen and has a higher refresh rate. So Thanks, guys. That's my first impressions and unboxing of the Note 20. Thanks again to Samsung for sending this through, and we'll definitely be putting up some more videos on this. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.